few minutes, the world almost ended without a sound. No alarms in the streets, no sirens, no breaking news banners, just a room buried deep underground, lit by dull screens, and a computer insisting that the end had already begun. It was the early hours of September 26th, 1983. The Cold War wasn't abstract then. It was daily life. Two superpowers, armed with enough nuclear weapons to erase each other many times over, watched the sky with quiet paranoia. That night, a new Soviet early warning system was on duty. It had one job: detect incoming American nuclear missiles. And if it ever did, it would give Soviet leadership only minutes to decide how the world would end. Shortly after midnight, the system spoke. 5 missiles, it said, launched from the United States, headed straight for the Soviet Union. On the screen, the warning was absolute: high confidence, no room for doubt. According to protocol, this was it. The information should be passed up the chain. Retaliation would follow, not because anyone wanted it, but because the system demanded it. The man responsible for interpreting the alert wasn't a general or a politician. He was a lieutenant colonel, an engineer by training, a night shift officer doing his job. His name was Stanislav Petrov. The computer kept flashing its certainty. Missiles were coming. The countdown had begun. Petrov understood the logic. If the United States were launching a nuclear first strike, it wouldn't send 5 missiles. It would send everything. 5 made no sense, but the system didn't care about intuition. It cared about data, and the data was clear. Petrov had been trained to trust the machine more than himself. The system existed precisely because humans hesitated, doubted, questioned. Computers did not. Around him, officers waited. Phones were ready. Silence pressed in. If he reported the alert as real, history would move forward without debate. If he marked it false, and he was wrong, there would be no second chance. This wasn't a heroic moment. There was no speech, no dramatic pause. Just a man deciding whether to obey a system designed to remove human judgment or to override it with nothing but doubt. Petrov marked the alert as a false alarm. Minutes passed, then more. No missiles arrived. Later, it would be discovered that the system had mistaken sunlight reflecting off clouds for missile launches, a rare alignment, an edge case no one had fully anticipated. The machine hadn't failed. It had done exactly what it was designed to do: interpret signals, follow rules, deliver certainty. The danger wasn't a malfunction. It was a system working perfectly inside assumptions that were quietly wrong. Petrov was not rewarded. He was corrected. His decision violated protocol. It exposed flaws in a system leadership referred to believe was infallible. The incident stayed classified for years, not because it was embarrassing, but because it raised an uncomfortable question. What happens when systems meant to protect us begin to narrow human choice instead of supporting it? That night, the fate of millions didn't rest on diplomacy or strategy. It rested on whether one person trusted a computer more than his own hesitation. Today, our world runs on systems just as confident: algorithms that flag threats, automated decisions that move faster than human thought, tools designed to eliminate doubt. They don't feel fear. They don't understand context. They don't know what 5 missiles mean compared to 500. They only know what they're told. On September 26, 1983, the world survived because someone hesitated, because uncertainty slipped through the cracks of a rigid system. The question isn't whether we were lucky then, it's whether our modern systems still leave room for doubt.